Hi, I'm Yolanda Bartram. I live in New Zealand. I'm Dutch from origin, and I moved to New Zealand 10 years ago, and I started my company Body Effects together with my mother. We have been promoting face and body art in New Zealand and now worldwide. We have a range of special effects that are made out of foam latex. They're body effects prosthetics, and we use them in our face and body art designs to create an extra 3-dimension to our work. So I'll be demoing that today. I got started into face and body art through my mother. She started painting me good 15 years ago, and it was good to explore face and body art as being a model, and then at some point I decided, well, let me take on the brush and get painting myself. And moving to New Zealand was quite a big change, and starting our company in face and body art was a big thing there, because 10 years ago face and body art was still, you know, in baby shoes. So it has been growing to a massive industry, and it's really good to be part of it and actually adding something new and different to it. The prosthetic side of things was actually something that my mum discovered a long time before we actually brought out this big range. But we were a bit ahead of time, so we reinvented ourselves, and we figured, living in a country that does not allow showing any nipples, we decided to come up with some creative ideas to cover up nipples. Instead of just ignoring the fact that they are there, we just added some extra decorative bits to it. So from that, we decided, okay, well, if we can do that, we can also add other things. And so our range is kind of growing continuously, coming up with new things all the time. My traveling kind of started when the first time when I went to the World Champs in Austria. I brought my whole family along, and I painted up my husband, and we came second in the special effects category. So I was quite excited with that achievement for our very first time at the World Champs, and from that things kind of started rolling. I got asked to come to FabaTV and do some classes, and been traveling for like the last 3 years, and been very fortunate going to places like South Korea, China, the States several times, Europe every year. So I've been kind of going everywhere, teaching what I do, and meeting lots of fabulous people. I'm feeling very lucky. I like to travel together with my husband. However, we do have 2 small children, so, and of course we got a business at home as well. So we really kind of have to weigh up what's possible and what's not. So most of the time, at the moment, since business is going really well, he tends to stay home and look after the kids and look after work while I hang out and party. Basically, I get inspired by almost anything, or I can draw inspiration from almost anything. I do a lot of commercial work, and then you kind of get dictated what they are wanting. But you know, it's kind of nice to give it your own twist and do your own thing with it. I guess for myself, I like to create characters. I like to turn people into something that's kind of fantastical, and it's just a little bit more different and creative. Kind of like otherworldly kind of things. If I really have no idea what to do, I kind of open up my big bag of prosthetics, and I just pull out some random pieces, and I kind of throw them together, and I come up with something different. So they're actually a good source of inspiration for me. I love fantasy art, and I've given a couple of Spectrum books. They're the big fat Bible books with just endless resource of beautiful fantasy art. So there's a lot of ideas regarding costuming and props and headpieces, but also, you know, anything that could translate to a body paint really well, or face paint even. Well, yeah, the thought of using prosthetics is quite daunting. That's why we created a range that is, you know, it's kind of like an in-between from doing the big, gory, scary, full monster faces in prosthetic work to, you know, do something that's just a little bit pretty. So we can just have very tiny little prosthetics, and it's almost like adding little gemstones. It's just a little bit of a different kind of medium. So it's somewhere in between. So I think it's a nice, easy step to move from face art to prosthetic work into, you know, more the full-on special effects.